Hey everybody, hope this morning finds you great. Hope this morning finds you well. I have the hiccups and I've been waiting for about half an hour for them to go away and I haven't been able to. So I've tried recording this video multiple times and then having to stop it and restart it. And so far, nothing has been working. So apologies if I hiccup a little bit in this video. Hopefully I don't. But getting back to the video itself, can't believe it. I was looking at the market's values here today, S&P 500, Dow, and NASDAQ, and I just can't believe that the S&P 500, I must have missed this on Friday, that is already up over 3,100. It's almost up to 3,130, which is pretty astonishing. The Dow itself is over 28,000, which is pretty crazy. And NASDAQ, which I don't really necessarily pay attention too much to, is over 8,600. Pretty wild. So the actual accounts that I hold, specifically in Fidelity, so this isn't accounting for another $35,000 to $40,000 that's outside of my Fidelity accounts, but up to around $500 gains just today. The individual brokerage accounts up to almost $340 today. For those of us that hold Bank of Nova Scotia, they report earnings tomorrow, so we'll see what happens with that. AbbVie's on a run up to 86.85, which is pretty crazy. I know some folks were buying in the low 60s. Johnson & Johnson, for those of you that hold shares, goes ex-dividend tomorrow, and that's pretty much it. Disney, for those of you that hold Disney stock, Frozen 2 did really, really well, and that's basically it associated with that. I don't think there was any other crazy news kind of coming out here, but what I wanted to talk about today was obviously the YouTube Moolah Portfolio. For those of you that are or are not familiar with it, I'll give a brief rundown. So this is all the money that I've made to date from YouTube, and I reinvest that so we can kind of watch it. A couple months ago, I decided that we weren't getting a lot of traction on the YouTube Moolah Portfolio with respect to people actually liking the videos, and so I decided I would change it up. So you can see I'm stockpiling a little bit of cash here in the lower part. This part here is the money market. It's about $447 of cash at the moment. And so what I figured is over time, I would sell off what's in here, which is currently just ETFs, and actually buy stocks that you guys are interested in, because this money is really all because of you guys coming to watch the channel. And so I think that would drive a little bit more enthusiasm about the YouTube Moolah Portfolio. And the first stock, if you guys hadn't seen it, I'll put it in the upper right-hand corner. There was a community post that you guys had, and basically we voted on, originally I was going to do 10 stocks, that the first 10 stocks in a video that people voted on. And I found out polls are limited to 5 options. And so what I did is I used the first 5. So I apologize for the number 6 through 10 that thought they were going to have their stock voted for. Didn't end up. But I think it was BP, 3M, NRZ, Realty Income Corp, and I forget one of the other ones. But yeah, so I ended up getting 3M as the one that actually won through. And I actually had a little bit of a hold on the account because some funds came, or some mail came back to Fidelity because I moved a couple months ago, and so that they put a recent hold on the account here. But now that we got that all figured out, I actually tried recording this video last week. We got that all figured out, and we can now buy some shares here. So let's go ahead and buy one share of 3M. That was the winner. And we'll just do a limit order above 170. So this isn't the best price, but like I said, I mean, I made that video or that poll a couple weeks ago, and it would have been a little bit of better of a price then, but let's just double check here. No commission, which is nice. I think this is going to be my first no commission trade here on Fidelity, which is pretty wild. Used to paying $4.95, and when I first started, it was $9.95. And so yeah, it's pretty wild. But there we go. The first share here purchased in the portfolio for 3M. So let's go ahead and refresh this bad boy. You can see that we now have one share of 3M. And purchased at $169.93. So hopefully just have that bad boy on dividend reinvestment for us. And over the next couple days, we'll see that kind of come out of the money market aspect of things. But really curious what you guys are really interested in seeing me buy. Of course, with this video now being up and I have an additional $250 to invest, I'm limiting myself to shares of, say, $250. Maybe I'll go up to $300 if it's something that you guys are really interested in. But the first 5 people to put a comment down below as to what share they want me to buy next in the portfolio, they will then be put into the poll, and then I will put that on a community poll for people to vote for. So it's not entirely saying that your stock will be chosen if you meet the first 5, but you have an opportunity for people in the community that watch the videos to vote on it. Just like 3M wasn't the first, I think it was actually the second or third, and I think it was all good suggestion for 3M. So you guys have an opportunity to suggest what I'm investing in the YouTube Moolah Portfolio, which I think is pretty cool. And yeah, that's basically it. But you can see, though, we were doing pretty well with ITOT and IVV, just purchasing them throughout time, making a little bit of money here and there, and IJR, small cap stocks. So yeah, making money every once in a while with these. The dividends were kind of coming through, but yeah, here we are with 3M in the portfolio. Super excited about it. Super excited to go down this different path that you guys would be more interested in hopefully watching. So I think that's relatively it. Just saw the news, though, that Tiffany's is getting bought out by Louis Vuitton, Moet, and I forget what the second part, LVMH. I forget what the H stands for, but pretty crazy. I think Tiffany's is one of the stocks I thought about purchasing in the past because it has a pretty decent dividend, but lower generally speaking, and it's somewhat cyclical and very many sales during the holiday season, but not so many during the rest of the year. So I was kind of reluctant and not exactly too sure if I'd be upset about it or not. But I think I was looking at it about 3 or so years ago. So not necessarily too recently, but it is what it is. So anyway, 3M now in the YouTube Moolah Portfolio. Love you guys. Make sure to leave your ticker symbol down below, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Cheers.